that are these career politicians, and the ones that evolve to the top of the Republican and the Democrat Party end up being the people who don't believe in anything, who really don't have any ideology, and they get pushed around by the New World Order types.
The sellouts, the social climbers.
Exactly.
What, in 60 seconds, what can everybody do to make sure you run for Senate and you win for Senate?
If you can go to our website, and if you can also pledge for the Money Bomb, we will turn this race completely upside down. If we raise $1 million on August 20th, there's no stopping us. We will have a odds-on even chance of winning our race if we raise $1 million in one day. It'll be a national story. Mm-hmm. It'll be a statewide story. It will be all over the press if we raise $1 million in one day.
And the media loves to criticize you guys trying to raise money. How dare them? The globalists take our money, use it against us. You're asking for it if you want somebody in Washington to stop the thieving, stop the gang raping. Quickly, Michael and Mash, you got time for a 30-second question. Go ahead, Michael.
Dr. Paul, I got a good question, but I want to tell you right off the bat, I got $150 of your name on it, buddy.
All right, thanks.
All right, I wanted to talk about perception. I asked your father about this before on the Jones Show. It seems to me that the main problem that the American people have with the New World Order and globalism in general is they don't have an accurate perception of what is going on here. Have you ever read things like The Effect of Science on Society, you know, those type of weird psychology books that were written by, like Skinner? And
yeah, written by the scientific dictators. I have read that. That's why I understand their attack profile. But Dr. Paul, are you aware of the psychological warfare systems they're using?
Yes, I am. I have not read that book, The Effect of Science.
Caller?
Yeah, I was just hoping you could, perhaps before you make this run, educate yourself specifically on that, because it's these techniques that are going to be used against you, and if you understand it, it will be, you know, it just won't work.
Well, he's a smart guy. Yeah, and he's got guts and the Constitution, Bill of Rights, and that's enough. We're behind him. Dr. Rand Paul, we'll have you back on right before the Money Bomb. We'll have your dad talk about it as well. God bless you. Godspeed. And we really appreciate your time with us today.
Thanks, Alex.
Great guy, folks. Get behind him. In about 20 minutes, we're going to look again at the new developments, new government documents about the OSS CIA killing Patton and why. Just give me an idea how ruthless these people are. But I've got some other issues I want to get into right now. Kurt Nimmo wrote a great story yesterday at Infowars.com titled Jay Rockefeller Can't Deny His Connection to Modern Eugenics. So the headline could have been Jay Rockefeller Confronted on Eugenics. Now, it is a fact. It is in the encyclopedia. It is mainline history. Any book you get on the history of eugenics will tell you the Rockefellers took the idea from England, funded it in Germany, England, the U.S., millions and millions of dollars in 1900 money. The Kaiser Wilhelm Institute, all of them. Cold Springs Harbor, USA. They're behind it today. Just a month ago, it was in the news, secret meeting of the rich at Rockefeller University calling for world population reduction. IBM, they funded the creation of IBM and the Hollerith machines and all of it. So Senator Jay Rockefeller, this horrible demon who openly wants to restrict free speech on the internet and the rest of it, there's a We Are Change video up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, and they've got some of the history of the Rockefellers first, from a documentary about the Rockefellers. But let's just cue up to the first clip and then the second clip, guys, in the Rockefeller video. You have it ready? Perfect. Where they're at the Senate office buildings, he's there, they're confronting him, and he's with a group of constituents. He starts leaving. But he talks about another group at Schumer's office, and this is happening. They're asking these people real questions, and he goes, no, I'm not going to talk about Bilderberg, and I'm not going to talk about eugenics. Then he tells Luke, you got a lot of balls, boy. You ought to run for Congress. And the guy's like 7'1". So even on his big crutches, like some demonic spider or something. We have to call them out. They operate because we're nice, we're friendly. We lay down to them. We don't have a fighting instinct anymore. We got to recapture that, get that back, get angry, realize this is the enemy, not the brown people in caves. Oh, Homeland Security's for the brown people. Let's kill them. No, it's for us, all of us. This whole system's for us. We got to get our tribalism back. Your enemy is the man on your screen. Put Senator Rockefeller on screen. Here it is.
Senator Rockefeller? Yes. I'd like to know if you're aware that we, the American people, are aware of the agenda of the Council on Foreign Relations and the Bilderberg Group. And if you could comment on that, please, because very concerning to a lot of us.
You know, I have 37 people lined up right outside Senator Schumer's office. All of them wanting to answer precisely that question.
Well, could you just take a brief moment and let us...
No, because we're not talking. We're talking about something we're looking at.
Well, something that's so important, it sort of transcends everything else that we're talking about, sir. Could you comment on that, please?
No.
I'd like to know about the Bilderberg Group.
Get yourself some credentials.
I'd like to know about the Bilderberg Group, sir.
Well, that's not part of our discussion.
When can we discuss that with you, sir?
Thank
you. Thank you.
Okay, and this is for the senator. This is scientific proof of the nanothermite that's been found by scientists from around the world. Basically, conclusive proof that there's an Article 3, Section 3 treasonous cover-up going on about 9/11, sir. So
We'd love to get your opinion on that, too,
wait,
sir.
what did you say? You're way ahead.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
well,
you.
Two families, the Rockefellers and the Osborns, are particularly
All
symbolic.
right. That's where the video cuts into some history they put in. We'll come back, re-air the old piece and the new piece you haven't seen yet. Just the great job citizens are doing. I don't care if you're an Info Warrior group. I don't care if you're We Are Change, an 9/11 Truth group, a Campaign for Liberty group, a local Liberty meetup group. Call it whatever name you want, something catchy. Form an organization. Go out and start asking politicians real questions. And, of course, Senator Rockefeller knows all about this. We're going to come back with Luke confronting him here in just a moment, but I want to commend Stuart, Luke, all the great folks from different We Are Change crews all over the world, all over the country being there. Just absolutely fabulous. Again, the article, Jay Rockefeller Can't Deny His Connection to Modern Eugenics, confronted by reporters, is up on the site right now.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Remember the flesh-eating robot stories? Those got pulled from all over the web, Fox News, AP, you name it. We had it printed off. We have the copy. And I want to go over a little bit of that coming up in a few minutes. Kind of the big picture of that, because it did capture the public's attention. Jaron alone heard 2 local news stations last week saying, we're searching it, we found the link, but it's dead. Why is it gone? We'll break that down coming up here in just a few minutes. But finishing up with Rockefeller, let's play the first part of that clip where We Are Change is confronting him in one of the Senate office buildings. They say, we want to talk about Bilderberg. No, I'm not going to talk about that with you. See, for years they would say it just didn't exist. Now they can't say that. Now the minutes of Bilderberg have been stolen and leaked, where they set up the EU. They set up the North American Union. They're the ones financially raping us. They're the ones that have stolen $23.7 trillion in 10 months, double the GDP, roughly. This is incredible. The GDP's 13 trillion a year or so. It'll be double the GDP at 26 trillion. But within 2 months, it'll be well over 26 trillion. So in 1 year, more than doubling the GDP. In stolen money, they hoard for themselves and don't loan out. And they're using the dollars when they have value buying real assets. Later, we get the dollars to pay them back with taxes and when they're devalued. What a system. So here's We Are Change confronting Jay Rockefeller, then we'll play the second part of the clip.
Behind the joke.
Senator Rockefeller?
Yes.
I'd like to know if you're aware that we, the American people, are aware of the agenda of the Council on Foreign Relations and the Bilderberg Group. And if you could comment on that, please, because very concerning to a lot of us.
You know, I have 37 people lined up right outside Senator Schumer's office. All of them wanting to answer precisely that question.
Well, could you just take a brief moment and let us
No, because we're talking about something we wouldn't have.
Well, something that's so important, it sort of transcends everything else that we're talking about, sir. Could you comment on that, please?
No.
I'd like to know about the Bilderberg Group.
Yourself impressed with credentials.
I'd like to know about the Bilderberg Group, sir.
Well, that's not part of our discussion.
When can we discuss that with you, sir?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and this is for the senator. This is scientific proof of the nanothermite that's been found in samples of the World Trade Center dust by scientists from around the world. Basically, conclusive proof that there's an Article 3, Section 3 treasonous cover-up going on about 9/11, sir. So,
We'd love to get your opinion on that, too,
wait,
sir.
what did you say?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
All right, skip to the next one. Later in the clip's the second part from another camera angle as Luke gets into eugenics. So here they are giving him peer-reviewed foreign and national studies about explosive thermite in the towers.